Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lozy PC, and welcome back to the Invictus play-by-email game of War in the Pacific. How are we doing? We're doing another live recording today to make sure we get this out before, busy things take over later in the week. So, yes, we are now well into 1942. Well, I say well in, we're 2 days in. But 1942 is here, and we are kind of carrying on with our usual kind of moves. We still have submarines bothering, the US ships around Pearl Harbor, although here we see one of our submarines taking some damage, which isn't too good. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully we don't lose it. Something I might need to do is sort out some of our submarines at some point soon, but probably won't be today. But we do maybe need to look at what we're doing with our subs and things like that. As far as I'm aware, we don't have too many offloading things happening at the moment. I could, of course, be totally wrong about that, but as far as I'm aware, we don't have anything. So here we see some depth charges on another US submarine. Not really much happening, unfortunately. Most of those exploded above the submarine. So yeah, bit of a nightmare, but hey ho. At least they are doing their job. So our main kind of focus at the moment, obviously, is keeping on top of our progression down Malaya. It is going somewhat slow but sure. We have just hit the USS Seal, and according to that, there was some severe damage and another hit that took on water. The Numikaze is out of anti-submarine ammo, but 2 hits, and supposedly one that is significant, could be good news. Again, it might not be a complete sinking, but that could keep that out of action for a long time. So again, we just want to keep an eye on things. Now, it does seem that some of Invictus's captains maybe aren't as aggressive. So I'm not sure if that's him, not giving them... I mean, another one of our subs is taking hits. Oh my god, it's literally the same thing happened. Lost contact with the I-23. Uh-oh. I think I may have jinxed that there by saying that his captains aren't as aggressive. We'll see how she gets on. Dutch sub near Miri. Okay, more sub damage. There's a lot of submarine damage going on at the moment. Which is, interesting, as I say, to say the least, because obviously this is something that we want to be doing. We want to be keeping on top of, hitting and damaging the submarines and allowing us to move resources and people and whatever it is that we need to move around our bases, etc. So it's an interesting part of the game that, oh my god. So yeah, that's always one that is a bit worrying. That a submarine, luckily it missed, but trying to take out one of our heavy cruisers. We managed to get a couple of hits on the Sargo there, but yeah, she did try to hit the Maya. And annoyingly, he's also going to see that there is cargo ships there. So he's probably going to realize that there is something, somewhat significant in that transport. And it is. He's also got allied ships bombarding Balikpapan. These are some US destroyers that are bombarding us here. I mean, it is just the USS Pillsbury at the moment. This is kind of interesting, actually. He's also got USS Perry. So these, if I remember rightly, these are kind of the remnants of the Asiatic fleet. I'm curious to see where the Houston is, because the Houston is part of this. I don't know if he's managed to, get this well out of the way. He's actually just done some damage to a couple of my destroyers as well, and he's done a lot of damage there to the airbase as well. So that's interesting. And yeah, I maybe again he's just using a couple of destroyers there just again to harass me, like he was using his patrol boat, his bombers and stuff. Now, what we do have is we do have the Hosho, or the Jihu in, I can never remember which one it is, in Babladal. So what we'll do is we'll send that out with a couple of destroyers and see if we can just sink those destroyers with torpedoes and things. But yeah, interesting. We'll see what other surface fleets we have nearby. We do have one of our destroyers trying to sink another US submarine. A lot of rattling, but not a lot of actual damage being done, which is annoying and frustrating, but you know, sometimes you've just got to deal with that stuff. And there we have again a American submarine with their terrible torpedoes, and there too. So again, getting away with it a little bit there. Okay, so scouting, kind of flying around everywhere, seeing submarines, which is not a surprise. As we can see, our invasion of thingy is going well. Oh, we have some Betty bombers going after AKs and stuff. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not going to complain too much. They managed to sink a ship. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. That's not something I was expecting. But yeah, free hits, I suppose. There's some nails going there as well. Oh my god. I think these guys are using bombs, which they shouldn't really be. They should be using their torpedoes. But hey-ho. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what this stuff is. I don't know if this was planning to, you know, move troops out of Mole Mine quicker, or maybe it's offloading troops at Mole Mine, which is a very, you know, is, you know, obviously a possibility. Couple of bomb hits. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot there, so maybe that is something that he was planning on doing. Interesting. Okay, raid over Clark Field. A couple of planes getting damaged there by flak. Luckily none lost. What about damage on the enemy? Nothing by the looks of it, which is frustrating. Sally's attacking base forces. No losses either side there. Now some casualties there. And Sally's coming in to bomb. A couple of casualties, but nothing significant. Okay. Okay. So just our kind of usual bombing raid around China. A few of these are doing, you know, alright. It's a kind of mix today. Not going to complain too much, but yeah, a bit of a mix, to say the least. Some SB3s hitting Haiphong. We need to sort that, really. I thought there was some aircraft up there. And his kind of scorched earth policy going forward as well. Attacking Mandano and Kuching, etc. So, yeah. Like to get rid of those as well. Yeah. Okay, wow. So, American carriers in the Solomon Sea. This is bold by Invictus. Pardon me. And he is doing a lot of damage here with this raid. Now there's SBD3s and SBD2s. But yeah, this is a really bold move. This is him kind of arguably countering my movements that I've been doing. So yeah, this is, I mean, this is devastating really for us. We lost a tanker there. We lost a, oh my god, we lost a tanker. We lost 1, 2, 3 cargo ships, and 4 patrol boats. That is one heck of an attack. That is something I wasn't expecting this early. So clearly Invictus is willing to, you know, be a little bit kind of bold and out there. And And I suppose, you know, what this does mean is that, you know, well, he's obviously letting me know where his carriers are, so it clearly means that he's not kind of hiding away, which now kind of means to me, or at least kind of gives me the suggestion that, okay, he is being kind of bold, but we do know where some of his carriers are. And that was at least 2 carriers worth of aircraft. So maybe the Enterprise and the Lexington, or Enterprise and the Yorktown. Yeah, I mean, his planes seem to be doing a lot of damage. Just anywhere. So yeah, he's pretty much on the ball. We'll have a look at the Keto, see where that is, and see how quickly we can get her down to the Solomons. Okay, no, he's got his entire carrier fleet down here. I mean, we've got heavy cruisers down here. He has gone really bold with this. In hell. Now, we're probably going to lose even more ships. The Furataka has just taken some hits. I mean, luckily our heavy cruisers haven't... Well, there's another one there. I was going to say... Oh, magazine explosion. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, there's so many ships. I think we might be losing 2 heavy cruisers here. This is bad. Wow. He's caught me massively off guard here. Fair play. Is what I'm going to say here. We will have to have a look and see the damage afterwards. God. Like, this is at least 3 or 4 carriers. I'm wondering if it's worthwhile seeing what we've got kind of left and kind of like sending a sortie from Rabaul. Try and hit his carriers, like particularly at night, or at least in thingy combat. You know, naval surface combat. I don't know what else he's got there. He could have all sorts here. But yeah, this is wow. We lost a heavy cruiser there. We lost a Keiko. Fuck, because its magazine exploded. Ooh. Okay, this is more Dauntlesses flying. Fuck off. This is big. This is massive for Invictus. This is a really, really, you know, significant kind of hit back. We even lost a Furataka there as well. Wow. Fuck, that is so bad for us. 2 heavy cruisers lost in an extremely early raid on Rabaul. Oh, man. And I don't think we get any heavy cruisers back, so yikes. Good victory in Xinjiang. A shock attack up near Changchao, which was, yeah, bloody for us, but much bloodier for him. So good there. Bombardment attack at Tier 1. That's fine. And a deliberate attack at Gasmata, and we capture that, which would be kind of expected. Bombardment attack at Clark Field. This is an allied bombardment attack. You can see all his troops here in Clark Field. A lot of Japanese casualties there, which is not great. But one thing that is going to be interesting is that we do have Manila now. So I'm going to go. There's a lot we need to do now. This is woof. This turn has taken one hell of a shift. Wow. I mean, fair play to Invictus for his, you know, what he managed to do there, and I imagine he's probably really happy with that, and I wouldn't be surprised. So, a couple of air bases got built that we don't need to expand anymore. I think one was at Pengpu. Actually, we will let that expand. The other one was at Amoy, which I'm not too worried about at the moment. Something turned up at Hanoi? Yes, so there's our Nates there, so they'll be ready soon. They're not quite there yet, but they will be ready soon enough. So we'll get them to kind of attack those SB3s. Camera Bay built up its port. That's fine. We want to leave that to do its job. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have left at Rabaul. So we do have 2 heavy cruisers and 4 destroyers here that are not in Rabaul. Fuck me, he basically sunk everything that was in Rabaul that wasn't offloading stuff. Now, according to this, there are battleships and all sorts. He is going big there. Now, battleships could be anything. It could be battleships. It could be light cruisers. It could be heavy cruisers. He's definitely brought his entire fucking carrier fleet here to raid Rabaul. And to be honest, getting 2 heavy cruisers is kind of worth it. Yeah, I mean, oh man, 2 heavy cruisers, that is significantly worth it. Particularly when one of them got magazine exploded. And we lost a tanker as well. Now, luckily, it wasn't a particularly big tanker, so I'm not overtly worried. We taking out any more submarines? Not that we know of. Okay. So, Kido Butai should be here. It is. So. Okay. Set destination. Into the Bismarck Sea. And obviously it's going to be followed by the Oilers. They should have enough for the time being to get them there and back. Oh my gosh. I genuinely can't believe that. I'm going to send all of them. We'll probably split some off when we get there. Let's replenish these from port. To make sure that they're all kind of ready to go. Okay, so cap, let's make that 35. And rest, let's put that as 30 for the time being. Actually, let's make that 25. Set this for all carrier fighters in this hex. Just given some rest for the time being, just because obviously we've got a couple of days before they're going to get down there. I imagine this is probably a hit and run raid from Invictus. I'll be very, very shocked if he is attempting to do this, you know, as a kind of full-time, you know, if he's going to stay there. So we will see what the situation is in regards to that, but fuck me. That was big for him. Now, what we will do, just to try and prevent any more losses, is we are going to move these guys back, and we're going to get them on full speed for a day. That way, they can go back to truck. That way, they can get back to truck as quickly as they can to kind of stay safe and make sure we don't lose them anymore. There is some supply ships that are due to hit there. We're going to get them to return to truck. They are on CS, so they will come back soon. But yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. I genuinely can't believe it. I cannot believe what he managed to do there. Like, the other thing as well we've got to be careful of is the fact that we do have stuff coming down here. Now, it's going to be a few days before that gets down here, and hopefully the Kido Butai can get down here even quicker. But yeah, he's moved quick and kind of scary as well. Invictus is a good player, and he is keeping me on my toes. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to send a Ryu down there because that's dumb. What we will do is we will send her kind of around Mascar Strait to see if we can find those, what you call it? Find those destroyers and get rid of them. Now, unfortunately, they do just have claws, and I can't upgrade them to zeros because they need to go to a better base. No upgrade possible because we need a big base. So we'll do that at some point because that will be useful. Let's put some long range cap and some rest on as well, and then they can do that. The Kates as well. Again, these also can't. Oh, these can be upgraded. So we'll upgrade these to slightly better Kates. How many days is that going to take? Aircraft. Oh no, sorry, planes. Couple of days, which is a bit annoying. I shouldn't have done that, but hey ho, it's not the end of the world. Not the biggest issue. Couldn't be resupplied. Can't get torpedoes from here. Right, so that's frustrating. That's because we don't have an AE over here. Okay, right, we'll keep that in mind. So, one thing I was saying before. So, even though we're taking heavy losses at, say, Clark Field, we do have a shit ton of supply at Manila. What that is going to be good for is it means that troops that have been wounded or stuff like that, if he's not destroying them, will be able to replenish really quickly. So we should be able to kind of keep up the attack over there relatively quickly. The 6th Tank Regiment has turned up, so let's get that out of strap move, which is great, and get that into combat. And then we'll move up some stuff as well. So something else I'm going to keep an eye on, and something that I kind of fucked up with the OCB game, is fatigue and disruption. It's something that I'm really bad at keeping an eye on. As obviously troops move, they're going to take fatigue from marching for ages and fighting. So we want to make sure that we don't overdo it for that. Let's put these Oscars. They should have some long-range cap on, so they should be trying to help protect Kuching. We'll see. So something else I want to see, ship availability. Let's just have a look. Do we actually get any more CAs? No, we do not get any more heavy cruisers. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So what heavy cruisers do we have? We have got a few. But losing 2 already feels rough. Feels really, really rough. Yeah, I mean, the only way we can come out of that successfully, I'm not going to risk those 2 cruisers by themselves. You know, if it was just if I imagine he's got heavy cruisers there as well. I can't imagine he's brought battleships. If he's got battleships available, then that's really fucking annoying. I suppose what it's got no fuel. I suppose what we could do is send like a sub to go harass it. So let's go to patrol zone. Because who knows, maybe we can get lucky and a submarine can do some damage. But yeah. Not good. Not good. So, I think there's not too much more I want to do because obviously stuff is kind of happening. Oh, I want to check China though because we have just managed to cross over in Shengshao, which is obviously really good news. And what we want to do from there is obviously push even further on. So let's take these guys, the 14th, and go into Shengshao itself and set all to follow. Make sure we finish this fight off as well, near Xinjiang, because we were winning that. And where else have we got stuff moving around? We need more garrison in Canton, which obviously is always a pain in the ass. Now, we do have Hong Kong ready to get some ships available for. We should have some APs in the area. So form UTF, transport. Let's send some patrol boats with this. Not going to send tankers just yet. We do have some AKTs, which obviously are good for troops. And we should move our APs. There they are. Okay. Set home port Hong Kong, because there's troops we want to move out of Hong Kong. We'll get them to go there, and that will sort that out. Right, elsewhere, we should have DMSs that I want to send to Balikpapan. Because we want to clear that out. Also, go direct. TF routing. Correct. We want to clear the mines out of Balikpapan. There should be some on the way anyway, which there is. But we'll send even more just to make sure we get everything we can. Unloading stuff at Miri, which is good. We do have some sub-chasers here as well. We also have an AR here. Wait, no. I thought I saw an AR. Okay, we didn't. Good. Right. Sub-chasers should be here and submarine combat. So let's set these up on a patrol zone near Miri. And set them to re-react. And yeah. Okay. Let us move on. Do we have any aircraft here? We've got like the float planes from the thingies. We didn't even have. Oh, gosh. Tell you what we could do. It doesn't even have an airfield. Fuck. I was wondering if we could use float planes, I suppose. We've got some Mavises here. Transfer to base. And then we can kind of keep an eye on what the fuck is going on down there in the Solomons. Right. So, on a rather rough day for us, we will leave it here. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Please do remember to like and subscribe. There will be streams coming later in the week, but it is going to be later. But yes, until then, have a very, very good day and a good evening, and I'll see you around. Bye.